I guess one of the magical things of being able to start over again is I can talk about some things that I kind of felt like I lost the capacity to talk about because I had actually talked about them a lot. And, I was getting into trouble for it. So I'm trying to find a new way to do it in a way where I will not get any marks on my account because, like, I didn't understand what I was saying that was wrong. So if I use a term that talks about any type of DRUGSs or any kind of street talk, I'm going to talk in Pig Latin. Especially when it comes to Amestic Day Islands Bay, because I experienced that a lot, DV, with a partner that I had. His name was Brett Thorhog. We currently have a no contact order in the province of British Columbia, in the city of Vancouver, where we resided for the months of October 2024 to November of 2025. For the last 6 months, he was incarcerated due to an incident that happened on the 7th of September, where he unpaid me in the Ace Fae about 15 times. We were in the beginning when we lived I met him in 2023. I lived in a building called Neoma in Calgary, and he was hanging out there. And in the beginning, he seemed pretty nice. But I learned really quickly that he was one of those, alpha male, red pill, high value men that didn't have a job and hadn't had a job in a long time. And had no idea how to take care of himself, except for when it came to using women in order to skirt by. The guy hasn't worked for a very long time. He says that he got hit by a car and that's why he couldn't work, but the reality is he hadn't had a job for a long time before that because of his addiction, and he just uses that as an excuse. The guy, a lot of malicious compliance, or no, not malicious compliance, that's the wrong term, weaponized incompetence. That's what I was trying to say. He clearly knows how to do his laundry and stuff like that, but would do things like, what should I put it on? What this, that, so that it seemed like I would just get frustrated and do it for him anyways. And didn't make doctor's appointments for himself, anything like that. I need someone to do that for me. That's a woman's role, very it's so frustrating. And would quote Andrew Tate and stuff like that. And man, when I mean the red flags were blaring, but he was charming and he was beautiful. And that was my weakness, One of my issues in my life was I was overweight and I had very, very poor self-esteem. And he knew that, and he targeted that, and he was a narcissist and I was a caretaker, and he took complete and total advantage of that. In the end, I started to fight back, and he didn't like that. He didn't like that I was capable of putting him in his place, because everything was a competition with him. And in the end, I had to leave him behind, and he really resented that. You could tell in the way that he spoke to me, and I thought maybe in my head, I wanted so badly to prove everybody wrong that he had an ounce of good in him. And I tried, even into the end. I blocked him 2 or 3 months ago. And it was about 3 months ago now, yeah. And I was like, I look at all these good things that I did, and he still was like, you did this, and this. Like, he just could not, for the life of him, see in any way whatsoever that I had done anything good, or he couldn't handle the fact that I was doing better than him, and instead of praising me for doing better, he put me down for what I did on the streets when I had to survive, because he was clearly not helping me in any way whatsoever. He would let me go for hours and hours and hours in withdrawal, and instead of, like, you know, figuring out a way to, like, he would just berate me because I was not on any oat, and he was, and wouldn't help me with it. So I would just leave and have to go do my own thing, but then still choose to be with me, but put me down for me having to do what I had to do to survive. Not helping. Very, like, I learned that there's a trait in people that I don't like. It's definitely on my don't like list. Is somebody who goes to something but then still complains when they're there. It's like, why the fuck are you here then? You know, kind of mentality. And that's what I dealt with. But I remember the moment that I looked into his face and I just was like, I do not want to be around this person anymore. I don't. There's nothing about you that is redeeming in qualities that makes me want to be around you enough to stay with your abuse anymore. I put up with it for 3 years until I was physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually drained in every sense of the word, and I didn't know who I was anymore. But in the same regard, I know exactly who I fucking was, because on the streets, I found out exactly who I was. I found out that I was the most hardworking, most valuable, beautiful, strong individual that I had ever met. And I had to go through hell to learn what heaven was. And going through what I went through has made me experience, or has made me come to realize that I'm unstoppable. Nothing will be in my way. And, like, there's no person in this world that can ever take my value away from me. There's nothing that can make me feel any less. Because I've already been through it all. I've heard all the words. I've seen all the situations. And I still am a good person because of it.